KindlyNxsh is one of the hardest artists in the game right now, and his songs are definitely making waves. Today we're diving into his technique behind his sound and showing you how to recreate the same vibe. First up, I found this awesome Spanish sample using Sample Till, which I mentioned in my previous videos. Go check it out if you haven't. I brought the sample into FL Studio, chopped it up, and I picked out the parts that I liked. So first thing I did after I brought the sample to FL Studio, I actually pitched it up 600 cents and it started to sound like the vibe I was going for. And then I switched my BPM to 120, right? So I have different versions of the sample that I chopped up that I liked, and this is what it sounds like in the beginning. Yeah, you may also notice I got some transition effects there. I got this is actually a laser drop which I reversed, and this is another effects which is in one of the drum kits that I dropped on the channel, because the effects are complementing that there's a drop incoming. So for the drop I wanted some punchy 808, so first up I added this clap. Right, once I got the clap, I knew I needed a very hard hitting 808, so I chose this 808 here. Yeah, as you can see on the 808s, I also got some velocity variation. I also had to cut it a bit to make it very interesting. So yeah, that's the first part of the 808. After that, I added another version of the 808. Yeah, so this is another version of the 808 which comes in the pockets in between the first 808s, and this one is sliding on different notes, basically on the same pattern just next to it. I added another version of the 808. This one comes from one of the drum kits I dropped on the channel too. Some of the distorted awesome 808s which likes of Haircut Delights in them uses. So I got 3 different 808s in just these 4 bars, you understand? And then I did some variation as I progressed into the following 4 bars basically. So that's how I got this vibe. I added some pack here, and then I got this pattern of a hi-hat which I was just clicking with my mouse. Awesome, I got the crash. And then lastly, I got another version of the hi-hats just to come in pockets, complementing the first hi-hats. So that's the first section of the beat. So after these first 8 bars, I wanted to add another version of the beat which was gonna tone it down for the verse basically. So for the sample, I added this plugin called Halftime, which is awesome, and you know, I used this 1/8 preset which made it sound like this. And then next up, same clap. And then the hi-hats, I sort of was lazy, I kept the same pattern, but if I wanted to finish this beat I would have to change those hi-hats to just kind of make it very interesting. But yeah, same version, same pattern that we used for the first part. And then lastly, I got 2 different sounds. First up, I added a log drum. I used the log drum in a trap, you know, they do that a lot now. So I wanted to create some bounce in it, so I added these 2 notes of a log drum. And then after that, I added this 808 which we used for the first section, but I tried to play it differently for this section and keep it very simple. Yeah, so that's it for like the intro for the verse. And then I got this transition effects by my boy Shy D, and then of course these effects which we used for the beginning of the song. So yeah, those are all the sounds that I used on this beat. It's pretty much kind of simple, but it's well timed, and I wanted to show that different 808s can play somewhat in the same pattern and create some awesome vibe. Of course, I'm still gonna put in more for this beat. I might keep it simple because I've dropped it on my Instagram and a lot of people like it like this. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Subscribe, like the video. Hopefully you enjoyed the content. See you next time.